Many of us live our lifestyles out of that narrative. Always got the one part of our eye looking at what somebody else have. Undercover, you are envying it and you are desiring it and you want it. He says, so you scheme and you kill to get it. You are jealous of what others have, but you can't get it. So you fight and wage war to take it away from them. Yet you don't have what you want because you don't ask God for it. And this is truly in context, because what was happening at this time with these believers, that they was oppressing each other. They was robbing and stealing and taking from each other. This is what the culture was happening between the Jewish believers right now. And verse 3 says, and even when you act, you don't get it because your motives are all wrong. You want only what would give you pleasure. So let's break this down. This is the reason we war with one another. Number one is this. It is the war in the heart that causes the wars in the church and elsewhere. It is this war in our hearts first. It is this battle within us of not knowing who we are in Christ. It is this heart posture that we have that so easily creates this feud and this war amongst the brother next to me. It is my heart issue, this war in my heart that causes me to judge the person before I get to know the person. Number two is this, our desire for things to satisfy our pleasures, like power and possessions and etc. It's what makes us fight with others. James says it's our desires for things that will satisfy my flesh. It's what causes me to be at war with my brothers and sisters. And the third thing is this, putting it simple, the key problem is selfishness and pride. Keep it real simple. I like simple. You're selfish and you're full of pride. This is why you're so angry and bitter towards your brothers and sisters in Christ. This is why it's so hard for us to actually sit down and hear a conversation and get constructive criticism and not be offended. Because of our own pride and selfishness. And James is calling this out. He's saying, listen, y'all are selfish and prideful. This is why your behaviors models that, right? What I'm seeing in you shows me that you do not know your God anymore. You have walked away from the truth of his word because you are selfish and pride. And such selfishness desires to lead. What does it lead to? What does this selfishness lead to? It leads to, number one, it leads to wrong actions.